Welcome to our final session of the Adaptation Initiative. We've spent 6 months together. That's over 180 days of shifting our language, reframing our stress, and building a toolkit for resilience and adaptation. So, this session today, it's not just a recap of what we've talked about, it's a transition. We're moving from the why of a growth mindset into the high friction of a how. We're going to talk about a 25-minute mission, but more importantly, we're going to talk about the courage to actually start. Look at these layers that we discussed during this adaptation initiative. We started with the foundation of stress reframing and what is a growth mindset. And then we moved to verbs, not labels, thinking about how our feedback matters and how we provide that is important. So, thinking about it as I'm really bad at this or I'm going to fail, and changing that feedback into I'm currently practicing and improving this. We also looked at the strength it takes to ask for help and how to be our own coach and our own mentors. This toolkit just isn't a set of slides. It's an infrastructure we've built so when change and struggle and things get hard, we know we can do this. We know we can adapt and not break. Today, we're going to put together that final piece and we're going to put it all into action. I want you to look at the screen. On the left is my mindset quiz that I took back when I started my master's degree in October 2025, and I scored a 43. So I definitely had some fixed mindset tendencies, and I took it in April and I'm a 59. So this 16-point shift didn't happen because I suddenly became perfect or smarter. It happened because I started to notice when my fixed lens was fogging up my view. And I wanted to see that my struggle wasn't a sign of failure, but a sign of work actually happening. I recognized that change is possible. So that's the main thing with a growth mindset is recognizing that change is possible, that improvement can happen. So I encourage you to take that mindset quiz again today. Hopefully, you took it at the beginning of the session. If not, still take it today. But I want us to look at where you started and where you are. And then I want you to look at where that shift came. Where do you still have that fixed mindset? And where can you finally give yourself permission to be a work in progress? Recognize that. This isn't a competition to see who gets the highest score. Personal reflection helps us look to see where we can still improve. So I really encourage you to take that quiz and really reflect on your answers and find the areas that you can still be imperfect, but be working on that and be in progress. We often think that if we're struggling, we're probably doing it wrong. And I want to challenge that. And we talked about friction being the signal. That mental headache, that heart race, all of the things you feel in your chest when you're stuck, the anger, all of the emotions. Again, that's the biological proof of neuroplasticity. Your brain is literally rewiring itself in those moments of tension, roughness, friction. Remember, stress isn't our enemy. It's the power up, it's the adrenaline and the focus that we need. That goes back to that stress as enhancing mindset. Here's the thing, you can't live in that tension forever. So we can do this by leaning in for 25 minutes. Lean into the struggle, lean into that friction, and really invest yourself into that feeling of uncomfortable. So after that 25 minutes, then you stop, you take a break because remember, the growth doesn't happen in the struggle, it happens in the rest that follows. So I want to share why this is so personal for me. I live in two worlds. The first world of is public speaking. And with being with this team, I feel socially safe. Because of you, I've been able to overcome a lifelong stutter. I've been able to navigate my ADHD to share ideas, and I've felt honored to be flawed in this world and to share with you my areas of growth. But then there's this second world, the musician world. S- Going back to my childhood of feeling like, I have to be a perfect if I'm considered a musician. That's been a big struggle for me. And that's where I've really needed to lean in and grow as well. So I've picked up the bass guitar. And when I'm practicing in that room alone, the social safety, it disappears. And that voice from me in 1997, it walks in and says, if it's not perfect, you're an embarrassment. How can you call yourself a musician? And in that world, my ADHD feels like a failure, and all my mistakes feel like an identity crisis. If I play a wrong note, it's not just me making a mistake, it means I'm really a terrible musician. I can't believe I'm even doing this. I'm the wrong person to be playing this or doing this. And that's still that debilitating weight. That's still my fixed mindset in that. But I'm leaning in and I'm working hard and I'm doing the 25-minute and I'm really trying to well, I am overcoming that and I'm working towards being comfortable in being imperfect and just enjoying the journey. So, again, the journey is being able to bring this growth to every space. I know we talked about a lot of it professionally, but I just want to show you the two different worlds of my growth. I wonder if there's any type or any people that can relate to that as well. Maybe there's something personally that you've been avoiding and just struggling to lean in and work through. I encourage you to put what we're learning into that area as well, because that's pretty impactful. So, how do I stay in that chair when I practice? I use something called the purpose shield. And I have to stop and ask myself, how do I look? Am I good enough to do this? And I really need to start asking myself, why am I doing this? Who am I growing for? Who am I growing for? You may be growing for personal growth. You may be growing to engage and connect with other people. For me, my shield, it's my husband. He's a professional musician and this is his world. And I want to have something that him and I have that connection in. So when I play and I'm practicing, I'm not trying to prove my talent, right? I'm not trying to prove my talent to my past. I'm just trying to develop who I am today. I'm trying to build that bridge to him, to that present. So we have that bridge together. The antidote to that 1997 Amy critic saying, you're an embarrassment, it's that connection again with my husband. When your purpose is loud enough to overcome the critic and that noise in the background, that's going to make the value and the effort worth it. Okay, there's no perfect finish line. There's only fulfillment of growing towards the people we love and growing for ourselves. It's very powerful once you recognize that. Now I'm asking you to pick up your shield. This is our walk away. This is our action item. So I really want to, step one, I want you to commit. I want you to commit to your bass guitar task, the one that makes you feel uncomfortable, unqualified, makes your heart race. Lean into it. Step two, lean into it. I want you to set a timer. Set that timer for 25 minutes. Let it be messy. Don't be judgy. Let it be frustrating. Just do the 25 minutes. Step three, use that shield. When your inner critic starts shouting, oh, you're unqualified. You can't do this. Oh my gosh, you're such an embarrassment. Why are you even trying? I want you to whisper to yourself the why. Why am I doing this? Who am I doing this for? And then step four, when that 25-minute goes off and that timer goes, when the 25 minutes are over and that timer goes off and hits zero, walk away. You've done the work. You did it. High five it. Virtual you did your 25-minute mission. Because remember, when you rest, that's where the change happens. So I'm leaving you with this reminder that sits on my desk. I don't need to feel qualified to be improving. You're hearing a bit of that improvement now. and I'd like for you to enjoy listening to my first ever jam session with my brother Ryan. My husband is still on tour, so my brother stepped away and provided that safety I needed to feel okay with not being perfect and just being present. All the mistakes in this recording are loud and clear, but the connection is also loud and clear, and such a blessing. That's what connection over perfection looks like. As the music continues to play, please note that the next few slides contain the amazing resources and foundational research we used in the last 6 months for this adaptation initiative. From the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for giving me the social safety to share my own internal battles and my own 1997 script with you. It really has been an honor to grow and learn alongside this team. So my challenge for each of you is to go find your 25-minute struggle. And remember, you're already improving.